the basics will get you very far. So I've been called to go back to the basics, meaning just increase my frequency, work on my diet, work on my sleep, and a little bit of other things that I'm going to be getting into. Besides from all this, having faith, which is also grounding, I want to talk what not grounding is, and it's a state where you're trying to force the outcome. You're needing the outcome. Your nervous system is kind of in panic and in push it because you have to, instead of saying God is providing for you, that where you are is exactly where you need to be, and doing what you can, right? Doing only what I mean, doing what you know, and then seeing the signs and obstacles to see what you need to do next. All these are very grounding. And if you're in a perpetual state of trying to get what you want and not just absorbing whatever it is the moment calls for and resourcing who you are and where you are at, you're not playing a very resourceful game. So, getting back to basics, there's more so doing rather than, wow, it's kind of all connected, honestly. So, the basics, what am I talking about? I'm talking about diet. I just ate a buffet, Chinese buffet, and most oily MSG, um, chemicalized crap that you can ever eat. Um, yeah, just a lot of grease. And man, am I still being affected right now? It's only been a day, and it's only been like 2 meals. I fasted, I ate 2 meals, I fasted again, intermittently, I mean, and it's still shooting me down. Okay, it shot my mental state, my emotional state, my physical state. So I was very groggy. I was very sluggish. I'm very dry right now. My lips are very dry. And I have to drink a lot of water to hydrate everything. And I have to, I'm acting in a deficit. It shot my sleep. These dreams, although it's still like I'm dreaming, I'm having a hard time remembering them. I'm having a hard time connecting to that plane of existence where you can train, you can see what your life's all about. So diet, that's huge. Don't be out here eating fast food every day, every other day, maybe once a week. It's that important. And what kind of diet am I talking about? Whole foods, plant based, filled with fasting, filled with hydration. Next thing is sleep. Literally, one of the hallmarks to my psychic abilities, to my success. Having some future sight, having some more awareness about yourself. Yeah, the moment I got my diet, like I ate that buffet, it was so bad that it affected my sleep instantly. So it's better if you have uh, an empty vessel, more of an empty vessel when you're sleeping than if you have a bunch of stuff to digest, indigestible stuff too. Stress and where you are at. If you just got off work and you just knocked the fuck like sleep, it depends how stressed out you are, because how you feel before you sleep is a huge indication of what's going to happen in your sleep. And a lot of times when I'm not remembering my dreams, it's because I'm in a survival state, a super survival state. I can't. Yeah, that's the thought. I can't. I need to get something done. I need this trading to work. I need to work more. Nothing's going right in my life. I need to do this tomorrow. If I'm in that constant stress before sleep, will I not remember my dreams? And if I do, what a stressful turn of events that I can draw information from and help myself out. So even when my diet's affecting my sleep is helping me with my life. Every single time I take care of my sleep. How much sleep you get, I don't fucking I don't care really. Um, yeah, waking up. If I had a good sleep, if I'm taking care of myself, diet wise and stretching wise, then I would easily be able to get up or want to interact with life. Otherwise, I would stay in bed and, not want to get up. That's an indication that life is beating you up right now. So get grounded by the few things that I talked about. And, like, what are those, like, spiritual messages that I said in the beginning of the video? I already forgot. Not fall. Yeah, you can include follow your joy. Oh, man. Well, that slipped out. You can rewind the video where I said how to ground yourself before you ground yourself. Have these spiritual things. Anyways, next thing after sleep, it's going to be stretching because stretching affects your sleep like a lot. You don't want to wake up because your body's kind of stiff. Stretching, mobility exercises. I mean, they help like find strength in your range of motion and a little bit of flexibility because you're defining your range and strength. You can go a little bit beyond. Yeah, so it gets your energy moving. You can practice some breathing, so it gets that breath work moving. So it's light breath work, and you don't get stiff throughout the day when you're in sitting down all day or standing up all day. Those are unnatural movement patterns, and getting into a deep squat, getting into some hamstring and hip mobility exercises where that is being targeted the most, I must say. And that will help your lower back, and you can extend some mobility or strengthening exercises to your lower traps, mid traps, and then that will help your upper back and neck a lot. Lower than that, it's the calves. Okay, moving on. So we got diet, fitness, and sleep. Literally the basics. And you got those spiritual mantras and embodiment that you have to work on. So I want to go to bringing up stress inside of the body and emotional work, so inner work. Um, you don't have to like go through your trauma or whatever on like a daily basis. That's like not basic. Even if the spiritual community portrays that. Um, basically, um, it's just getting comfortable with stress. Throughout the day, you hold on to so much and it stores inside of the body. And most of the time, we don't want to bring it up because we don't want to feel that discomfort. So you go into practice, uh, what's called sense deprivation, and bringing up discomfort and being with it. Not trying to do anything with your thoughts, but letting the thoughts, inviting them, and sitting with them. Same thing with the emotional body. Wherever the stress is, if you can locate it, that's great. But instead of trying to do something or think something to get rid of the emotional tension, you kind of just invite it and breathe into it and let it get bigger. And you sit there with it. That's as basic as it gets. Um, so you start to realize your triggers, your your reactions, and your judgment on yourself or whatever you got going on. Bulldozing, even judgment on self, straight escapism, whatever you got reactionary going on. You see all that, your reactions, your triggers, and your actual reaction, like in real time, not or physical action, not emotional or thought wise. So you got these three things, and now you got discomfort, right? You're more okay with discomfort when you see all these in real time picking up when life throws you that stimulus, that stress. You literally just sit with it. You can see it because now you got the space, the capacity, the slowing everything down so that you can receive everything. So that comes with that discomfort practice. And then you can sit with the discomfort because that's the practice in real time. If you're too stressed or something makes you do something that you have to react, no problem. We're not trying to judge yourself for needing to escape or needing to lash out on someone. That's just what it is. You see it and you sit with it. Then you can probably learn what is needing you to do. Like what are your needs, what are your insecurities, why are you doing this? What memory from early on caused you to do this, right? That opens up trauma, that opens up memories, that opens up um, thought thought patterns or habitual patterns that you can actually tackle now because you know the needs, you know what's causing you to do this now. Can you meet it in a healthier way, right? That this one practice of being okay with discomfort opens everything up. Like this is expanding your comfort zone. You can accelerate it through action, through doing things you're uncomfortable with. But if you've been unconscious, you have so much things inside of you that you can just bring up. You don't need to do that. When I first learned about being okay with being uncomfortable, I thought that meant going out in life and doing things to make you uncomfortable. No, that's just adding more stress inside the body that you don't know how to process. So Yeah, that will help you with your emotional body, your mental body, or mental plane. Uh, I started to get more sunlight and sun gaze. Has that been helping me out? Uh, I don't know. I think it has, but it's more of an escape. It's like a blessing that I'm getting more energy from the sun, and then I'm kind of using it as escape, as my shadow. And I mean, that's something I can become aware of and use this practice of being uncomfortable and seeing it and not doing anything about it until the time's right, until you get more info. I hope this video helped you out. Um, yeah, basics on high frequency and grounding yourself. Peace out.